Welcome to Klaipeda. You join us just as the teams are being introduced to the crowd. Bonn make the trip here to Lithuania in this crucial matchup as we approach the end of the regular season. The home team will be introduced to the crowd here, one of the fortresses of Basketball Champions League. Klaipeda competed in the Basketball Champions League for the first 3 seasons, always making the postseason. Now they face possibly their toughest challenge in making that postseason. They're not in the best place at all in this group, but with a home record like this group that this team has, anything is going to be possible. They do not know when they are beat. And currently, with 7 losses, 1 game out of the 4th place behind Besiktas. A win here will take them to 5 and 7, and they will join Brindisi and Sambate in a group that is still has so many permutations in it. Pout with the loss last night. Not necessarily out of it completely, but they have a huge mountain to climb. But Neptunas, a win here at home is a must if they are going to give themselves the chance they need to make the postseason for the 4th consecutive year. Bonn with a 7-4 record, all but qualified in this group. A win would take them to joint top with Dijon and Zaragoza, and that would confirm their qualification. A loss, and they put themselves back in the mix for a very nervous end to the regular season. That's not what they're aspiring to do. They want to get the win on the road, guarantee their place in the last 16, and then build for a playoff campaign that could take them to the final 4. These 2 teams played each other, obviously, earlier with a big win for Telekom. Baskets Bonn. Game was done at halftime. They led at the half by 21 points. It was a decisive start to the game. They never really looked back after coming out of the gates really, really hot. 5 guys from Bonn, double digits scored in that game. They really did share the ball really nicely. Got to the free throw line 27 times, 10 more attempts than Neptunas had in that game. And they were the aggressor from minute 1, Bonn, and Neptunas never really established any way of getting a real foothold in that matchup in Germany. Tomasz Pash, the coach for Bonn. Last-minute thoughts as we get a look at the 3rd team on the floor, the 3 officials. Georgios Porsandis, Asposos Kapakas, and Karim Baki from Greece, Sweden and Turkey, respectively. Another top-quality team, alongside the team in the, well, let's just say pinkish kit for Bonn, and the home white for Neptunas. Always a passionate crowd in Lithuania. It is the closest thing to a religion you can find. Eugenie Lawrence will take the point guard role for Bonn. It's a strong front line. Simmons in particular, Brown in the center, the much-traveled center, and Subotic, a power forward. Their strength is in that front line, and that's what this excellent coach, Tomasz Pash, will be trying to exploit. Difficult season for them at home in Germany. They currently sit 16th in the Bundesliga and have only had the 3 wins throughout the whole domestic season. Big win for them over Gleason at the weekend. Team just above them in the league, and that'll be the secondary objective. As soon as they get qualification for the playoffs in the Basketball Champions League, they'll be looking to climb up the league. Starting lineup, Elevicius at the point. Gildas Skoldikas is the big man on the inside. Golias at the small forward is the scorer. Olevicius has had a really nice 2-3 games in the last 3 Champions League matchups. But Neptunas have started inconsistently in games they have lost. They've got to get out to a strong start. They can't be playing catch-up. And Tomas Legavicius knows this team needs to get going early. When they've been aggressive early, they have come up with wins. But unfortunately, only 4 of those wins so far. They need a 5th one tonight in front of the home fans to get back into contention for the playoffs. Neptunas had a tough loss away at Litas in Vilnius at the weekend, a 92-69 loss. Slipped to 5th place with a just over 50% record, and they are desperately looking upwards in the league, trying to confirm their place in the top 4 and get all the advantages they can in the post-season. Well, there's a number of traveling fans. It's always a great place to travel to watch basketball, Klaipeda. It's in the north of Lithuania, on the coast, one of the big historical fishing communities. But now it's all about basketball. Welcome to Lithuania, welcome to Klaipeda. And Neptunas in the white, Bonn in the, let's call it pink for argument's sake. And Neptunas, Janovicius in the half court, get a first look at it. Takes the high ball screen with the stagger to the corner, little mishandle. Slavinskas inside out. Gas is short. Chance for Bonn in transition. In the first time, Bonn were just so aggressive. They took it straight at Neptunas. Inside touch. Little push shot on the baseline is good. And Subotic ticks over the scoreboard. Oh, nice finish. Little soft touch, gets the home roll. Gulias gets the scoreboard ticking over for him personally and his group. Lawrence puts it on the floor, a little slip. He's going to lose that. Got a whistle on the play. Ball will stay with Bonn if it's held. Lawrence will inbound. All over the passing lane. It's going to be a 5-second call. And Neptunas not known for their just basic defensive execution in terms of one-on-one defense, but their denial there was excellent. Janovicius into the half court. Early exchanges, crucial matchup for Neptunas. You'd expect them to come out looking to play aggressively. Little floater from the high post is no good. Rims in and out. Chance for Lawrence to push on the break for Bonn. Has no early pass. Subotic now gets it mid-range. Looking to back in. Will go to the baseline. Second move is blocked. That's tremendous defense. Janovicius just held his ground. Super defensive effort, but they turn it over going the other way. So Janovicius with the great defensive stop and the turnover. We've pretty much been playing for 2 minutes. We're tied at 2 apiece. Lot resting on this. Bonn will get second chances, but great pass, great cut. Subotic should and does score. Bonn will get a second chance after this game, but for Neptunas, a loss here would almost see them not make the playoffs for the first time in their Basketball Champions League campaigns. They've been a member of this competition for the first 3 years, and this would be the first year they wouldn't make the playoffs. Good noise, good atmosphere in the gym. It's not full by any means, but it's doesn't need to be full here to get some atmosphere. Janavicius needs a pass. Oh, nice job to the inside. The goal, Dikas. Here is the emotion of this team. Great seal. He's just such a big target when he gets deep. Turnover, chance to run. Janavicius leads the break off the glass for 2. Ran the floor like a deer in transition. Lawrence off the handoff. Gets his feet set for 3. Is long. And as a team, Neptunas have a chance to increase the lead. And Avicius. Nice flare by Julius, goes inside. Goldikas again tries to muscles himself inside out. Julius with the 3 is good. You've got to play Goldikas one-on-one. There's no need to triple team. As big as he is and as important as he is, doesn't deserve that much coverage. But the man in the corner does. Julius knocks the 3 down. Bonn take the timeout. And it's a nice start for the home club. Lots of inside touches. Couldn't have put it any better. Neptunas coming down the floor, getting what they want. 3 turnovers also for Bonn.
Next offense, chest one. If you don't have it, then go for the handoff. All right, let's go. Get back on defense. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go. Check mode.
Well, Subotic has all 4 points for the visitors. But when Neptunas are getting points in transition, you know they've come to play. So the early timeout for Bonn, I think just talking about effort as much as anything else. Brown is the release man, the lighthouse in the middle of the floor. Brown asking for it. Just needs to hold his position. Lawrence gets into the mid-range. Is long. Well, Goldikas completely mistimed it. Lawrence gets it back, moves it on. Subotic going to the baseline. And Neptunas really extending their defense. Brown goes with the unorthodox push from the shoulder, but great work on the offensive boards. And Benafi gets the 2. Goldikas makes the bounce pass. The open 3 is good. Time and space. And Oli Chavicius didn't need the second invitation. Pick and roll, Brown just about finds it. Brown again, touch with the back to the baseline. Looks to work to the middle. Takes the tough turnaround shot. Goldikas you're not going to push him. You're not going to try and muscle him down into the block. Avicius penetrates, is fouled, and Osvaldo Solovicius will go to the free throw line. Super start by Neptunas. Great push in transition in the traffic. Gets the foul and will go to the free throw line. Simmons picks up the personal. Brown will sit. And a good job on Brown. They've asked Brown to do things on the dribble he doesn't feel comfortable doing. Olishvicius makes the first. Joe Williamson checks in for Neptunas, and Olishvicius will sit. And replaced by Gitas Masiulis. 8-point advantage for the home club. Lawrence outside, whistle on the play. Subotic takes a tumble. Steven Zimmerman checks in. Had a huge game in Bonn. 19 points personal for the young German. Well, he's German origin, young American. Lawrence gets to the foul line, kicks it. Zimmerman wants, doesn't get. They have to fire up the three. Subotic is long. And again, Neptunas' defense is just top draw. Williamson goes with a hook, gets the two. Nice entry, and again, the big man going rim to rim is a factor so far. 10-point lead from Neptunas, whistle on the play. And again, if you're coach Olishvicius, you're not going to be unhappy here. The team is trying to play physically okay. 2 poor fouls. Slavinskas picks up the personal, but you want that physicality at the beginning of this game. Tomas Deliankaitis, the vet, steps in. Slavinskas will take a rest. Oh, stroked. Super release, quick release. And Simmons, he ranks 3rd in points per game for this team. Stroked that one beautifully. Deliankaitis needs a pass, finds a pass. Jogale goes inside, Williamson again, bounce pass to the throwdown for 2. Masiulis gets off the floor, and every single Neptunas player touches the basketball. Zimmerman will hand off, dives to the low block. They're going to have to rotate. And Lawrence takes advantage but can't finish. And they really dodge a bullet as Fraser just misses the layup. Back cut. Ball's knocked away, recovered by Subotic. Chance for Fraser to push. Has numbers down the floor. And I think we're going to get a travel call. Simmons picks up the pivot foot. Love the way Neptunas have started this game. Bonn have started to match them in terms of physicality. It's been a tremendous start by Neptunas. 18-9 with 3:30 to go in 1. Deliankaitis drops inside. Williams, extra pass. Jogiela doesn't get the 3. Brendan Fraser takes the high post screen. Little hesitation. Goes to Zimmerman deep. Off the glass. Misses the little bunny. And Zimmerman did a great job diving to the hole, but has got to finish the play. Jogiela with Deliankaitis as the entry. Williams will reverse. It's too easy, that reversal. Whistle on the play. That's a tough call. I'm not really sure what else Simmons can do. Simmons will sit. Trey McKinney-Jones checks in, end line possession. Jogiela for 3 is long, and McKinney-Jones comes down with a defensive rebound. Fraser finds him in transition. Great ball movement, penetration to the baseline. The kick, someone's got to shoot the ball here. Zimmerman moves it on. That's a great scramble defensively. Jones puts it up, strokes it for 2. Both teams moved the ball tremendously, defensively adjusted. Great tempo to the game. Williamson goes to work down low, spins to the middle, blows the layup. And Bonn will come away with it just eventually. Now Vicious checks back in. Jogger sits. Fraser looks deep, inside out. Move to the baseline is no good. Great effort, both ways. It's a battle on the glass, 1:58 to go in the first. And that's just a tremendous effort to try and recover that by Lishka. And Vicious has it. Everyone feels calm. They know he's going to get it to where they need to get the ball to. Quick release on the three is no good. Offensive rebound by Deliakalis. Great job to pull one in. And Vicious stops. Little touch pass to the inside. The shooters can't get it away. Turnover. They got to look long, wide open. They finally get it there. And they get it to Chabot, and he gets the two. Neptunas take the timeout deep in quarter one.
Ateina Baltic, stani tu čia. Ateina Baltikas, jis žaidžia Baltikas, tu kerti ir pasilik čia, o tu to vaikyti. Jie turi visai. Yeah, hold side, simply hold side, you come in here, screen and you roll. Hold side.
Well, they've cut it to a 5-point lead, Bonn. As we said, they've started to establish some control at the defensive end. And hence the timeout by Neptunas. And Vicious with just over a minute to go in the first. Takes the Williamson screen. He has to dive. Ends up diving into the same space. Deliakalis with a tough two. That's a rebound by Zimmerman. And Bonn run the floor really well. Great rotation coming back, though. There's an intensity to this Basketball Champions League game. That's great to see. This is you're basically playing playoff basketball now if you're Neptunas. Have to get the win. Shiba with the three, fills it up. We've got a 2-point game. Ball with a nice touch. And Vicious will take the ball screen. They've got to give Williamson space to run. They're going to call that offensive. Went too early. So the timeout hasn't really corrected the problem. Seconds of quarter one, and Bonn have a chance to tie on this possession. Zimmerman in traffic, has it taken away. And there's the difference. Earlier in the game, Neptunas on a steal would have just taken off. Around a 8-second differential between game and shot clock. And Vicious with 5 on the possession, stops, takes the tough two, fills it up. They needed those two. Well, they're taking their time here. They're going to have to get something away. Fraser has it. He takes a prayer and should have had more than enough time to get something better. But Bonn, having trailed by double digits, dragged themselves back into this. They trailed 20-15 at the end of one. Statistically, 60% from two for Neptunas. Only 33 from three. But numbers-wise, it accounts for the 5-point margin. Welcome back live. Start of the second quarter. Neptunas will get a first look at it as Gulius returns. Has led this score, carried this team in scoring in chunks of games so far this season. Janovicius has it in the corner. Gulius comes off two staggers, gets his feet set, fires up the three, and will go to the free throw line. Jones has that multilingual hands up question of the official, but seemed to take the arm away. Davidas Gulius has had a stellar season so far. Really does get it done for Neptunas. Averaging 14.3 a game at 48% from the floor in general. Chips in with 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Does a little bit of everything for the Lithuanian club. And has opened it up to a 7-point advantage. Fraser goes high. They go bounce pass. Great pass. Super pass, super cut. When you move with purpose away from the basketball, good things happen for you and your team. Just play the pass out in front. Tremendous pass. Great cut by Liszczak. Chance to tick it over and reduce the margin to 5. Second one is good. And they're the first 2 free throws for Bonn in the game. It tells you a little bit about which team has been the aggressor in this first part of this matchup. Neptunas in the half court. They space the floor. Janavicius kicks. The open three is no good. Defensive rebound is claimed by McKinney Jones. Shabu takes the high post screen. Zimmerman dives, doesn't get a look. And that's going to be a legal dribble. Looked for Zimmerman, was going to pass to Zimmerman, but Zimmerman never got open. So he's making that decision there. He thinks, no, he's not. No, he doesn't open. Great job by Goldikas on the recovery. 6 turnovers for Bonn. Pretty much in a quarter. That's not a number that you should be accustomed to. Julius comes back off the screen. Goldikas wants it down low. Once he fills his space, you just can't get round. He can't finish though. Zimmerman does a great job at challenging the shot. And all the things that have limited Goldikas, just that not having the length, couldn't get the finish away. Great read. And Avicius, 2-on-1 break. Great execution, draw the defense, make the pass, get the easy two. Elian Kardis takes the scoreboard over, 24-16, and Bonn forced to take the early timeout in the second quarter. Pretty much deja vu for them. That's exactly how they started the game. Into the half court. Fraser. He's just not getting touches to Sabotic. They're doing a great job on the rotation. Great box out. Goldikas owns that space. Absolutely owned it. Just cleaned house in there. Gilius wants it, doesn't get. Defensive effort down low is excellent. There they go inside. Gilius tries to create space. Goes with a right-hand runner. Just comes up short. Chance to push here. And that'll be a foul by Janavicius, who took one for the team. Jones moves it on. Fraser. Oh, they're going to have to force one. Gets to the far side of the ring and one. The switch found an isolated Goldikas on the ball. No one helped him. And you can see the problem right in the shot. Well, not in the shot. Now in the shot is Janavicius. He was the man who should have helped. Just exposed the big man. And not only the points, but the foul as well. Oh, gets his own shot. As Jones comes back with it, gets to the middle and kicks. Wide open, Subotic for three. Bonus time for Bonn. The 4-point play, the three after the missed free throw. Back to a 3-point game. And turnover. Just when you thought the Neptunas were on task, they give up the and one, an offensive rebound and a three, followed by a turnover. And this will really compound it. Comes up short. Great effort to recover. That will go out of bounds. Ball belongs to Neptunas. What a super facility Neptunas have here in Klaipeda. Arena built ahead of the 2011 Eurobasket stage, the Under-19 World Cup for women. Shortly after that, it's just a great facility. Julius will take the ball screen from Gordikas, moves it on. Vicious launches the three and finds nothing but the bottom of the net. Again, the tempo was so good. The ball moved. And Bonn just went a little soft defensively. Subotic outside will move it on. Gordikas is just patrolling the keyway. In the lane with a floater is no good. Great work here by Rishko, comes up with it. And with 1 second on the shot clock, Gordikas, the Achilles heel that he has, picks up the foul. A foul he didn't need to commit, a foul that sends Neptunas into the penalty. And that'll be his second foul, and the man who really is irreplaceable for Neptunas. They have no one really that can step into that role. Has to sit with 2 fouls. Quick release out of bounds, and Jones strokes it, knocks it down for fun. And Bonn closes within 4. Inavicius. So lightweight lineup on the floor for Neptunas. Masiulis, who's pretty much playing the 5 at the moment. Well, a tough little scoop shot for Slavinskas is no good. Fraser gets the defense in the air, gets it back. Tries to space it, likes the matchup, crosses over, gets to the far side of the ring. And really did miss a shot that it was easier to miss than make. Asiulis gets it, has a look, sees what his options are. The back cut, doesn't take that. Yanavicius for 3, drops another one, back-to-back threes. For Zigamantas Yanavicius. A wild Gordikas from the size is on the bench. Yanavicius takes advantage, goes to 10 personal. And a 7-point advantage for Neptunas. Sabo with a little floater with the right hand, doesn't get the drop. Julius will find Yanavicius. And sets things in the half court. Wow, they just opened up, easy too. And at a time when Bonn should really be exploiting the lack of size, Neptunas opening it out to a 9-point advantage. And obviously, Bonn, having used the 2 timeouts, they're going to have to work it out on the floor. Fraser, whistle on the play, and Gillis is going to be charged with the personal. They should put bodies on the inside every possession. Even if they don't go inside, they've got to ask the question of Neptunas in the keyway. Hard cut, post up. The lighter, smaller, big men on the inside for Neptunas are really going to struggle here. Yanavicius will sit with 4:31 to go in the half as Subotic back to the free-throw line, makes the first. And Deliakaitis checks in. Gillis drops it in, turned over, 3-on-1 break, just get the right pass, that'll do. Subotic makes the 2, and Neptunas with 4:12 to go in the half, up 32-27, will take the timeout. Doesn't convince anybody. Julius outside, puts it on the floor, gets to the lane, far side of the ring, and will have to earn them from the free throw line. Alec Brown convinced he hits the ball, but picks up his first personal. There's the penetration, and he may well have hit the ball, but contact, I assume, was called on the body. Julius drops the first of the free throws. And Bonn have steadied the ship, let's put it that way, in this first half. 3:49 to go. They trail by 7. They've been at somewhere between 5 and 7, 8 for the last most of this second quarter. Lawrence. Ball gets a little stuck with Lawrence at the moment. Penetration far side of the ring. Fraser scoops it for 2. He's being very productive on that move. Really attacks the middle hard. He's got to change the angle of the defense. Just allowing him to get to the middle. Slavinskas thinks about the inside-out option. There it is. Penetration. Nice pass down low. Easy 2. And Julius won't mind that type of shot to tick the scoreboard over. Stolen. 3-on-2 break. Elias, throws that one down on the runway. And excites the crowd here in Klaipeda. "13 points personal."
Klaipeda, jūsų laivai Dzelnoj.
Go!
38-29. 2:10 remaining in the half. Slavinskas works the middle, draws the contact, and that'll be the 4th team foul. Sipotic looks a little puzzled. Bonn just can't get over that 5, 6, 7 point hump. Neptunas will just open it out again. Good defensive effort, but Olivicia stays with it, gets the 2. And that opens it out to a double-digit lead, and Bonn have got to find a way in this last 1:42. Off the high screen, Goga comes back, looks to float it to the short corner, and the 2 is pulled down as a big time rebound. 3 in transition, Simmons strokes it, fills it up, quick release. Ben Simmons knocks down the third 3 for Bonn. Last minute. This could be a crucial minute in this game here. Bonn have to keep it in single digits. Do not want to be looking at a 12, 14-point margin going into the locker room. Gurlias with his feet on the line is no good. Olavicius hunts down the rebound. Simmons tries to jab at it. Inside out, wide open. Jogela for 3, drops it. Great read, great patience. And Neptunas playing inside out basketball. Simmons to answer is no good. And the ball will stay. Great effort on the glass. Olavicius couldn't control it. Another foul. Kurskis checks in. Lawrence to the corner. Simmons puts it on the floor, steps back. Long 2, tough shot. Could have got something better than that. And Neptunas will hold for the last shot. 10 seconds remain. Jogela. He's got the mismatch, drops it inside. Brown read it and stole it. And that'll do it for the first quarter. And Neptunas started strongly, opened out the big lead. Bonn worked their way back in, but Klaipeda lead it at the half, 43-32. Bonn have a little talking to do, but they found a way to compete in this game. Statistically, it's just 55 and 50 is better than 43 and 33. It's a great performance by Neptunas. Good percentages across the roster. Rebound numbers tight, assists tight, everything's tight. Team's pretty well matched. It's at the end of the day. Neptunas put the ball in the hoop more than Bonn. Gurlias leads the scores with 13. Subotic started really strongly. Simmons looks real quality from the 3-point line. And Olavicius really did do what they've done for the last few weeks. Take good options and tick it over for Neptunas. We'll show you some highlights now of the first half. We'll be back in around 10 minutes to see if Neptunas can stay alive in the race for the playoffs by securing the home win. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Spent on Jai. Oh, and the putback jam!
In the corner. Steps back, makes a full over, nothing but net. Well, that is surely got to be a top 5 player in the Champions League.
Damien English not able to score. They pass ahead. Oh, what a slam by Foster. Big time play. Corbin says, I see ya. Throw down off the alley-oop for Chris Dow. He is starting to really have a positive impact for this team.
Oh, double hand spike. And now in the race is Crawford with the two-handed jam at the other end. Agiel with the big rejection.
Goodness gracious, what a great game he's having.
Besiktas in their own time, just trying to. Oh! McKissick exploded and threw it down.
Dangerous pass. Well, they give up the baseline, and Silas goes in. He gets rejected by Pearl. Pearl defensively tonight has a couple of swats, and that one was right out of the top drawer.
In the lane goes, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Retin over Sohan, went in the lane, and he dunks over the entire Manaba. Pavic on a poster. You gotta love it. Well, Retin over Sohan has put on a show this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Broten left hand with a crushing dunk all over Hapoel Jerusalem right there. Just out of nothing, he took off and threw it down.
Welcome back to Lithuania. You're inside the Top Arena in Klaipeda. And Neptunas holds sway at the half. But fouls could become an issue. They're not the deepest roster in the Basketball Champions League. And with Galdikas already on 2 and his tendency to pick up fouls, that's always in the back of your mind if you're a Neptunas fan. Julius is performing, really looks in nice rhythm. So things looking good for the home club as they try and keep the playoff hopes alive. They have the 11-point advantage. Not quite the advantage that Bonn had when they won the corresponding tie earlier in the Basketball Champions League regular season. They led by 21 at home over Neptunas, but it's only half that. So more than enough time, more than enough opportunity for Bonn as they start this second half with the basketball to get right back in this. So important that they really do execute at the offensive end. They really just have been poor at that end of the floor. And there's another example. Galdikas again with his denial. Everything stands still. Zimmerman can't handle the pass. And that's a super start for Neptunas. And Galdikas, for all his physical effort, not the quickest thing on the floor. And Avicius gets to the ring, gets the 2. Well, turn the corner on the ball screen. And Bonn just to have to do a better job taking that option away. Simmons comes high, puts it on the floor. It's inside to Zimmerman, help comes, and that's enough to push Zimmerman off balance. And Galdikas did enough without fouling. Julius and Galdikas combine. Galdikas will screen for Janavicius and roll. Just about saved by Julius, who turns it over. 2-on-1 break for the layup for 2. And Jones with the defensive play. So the finger roll finish. And then just plays no defense, and Janavicius comes up with the offensive rebound after he missed the layup. 2-14, Janavicius has it. Galdikas with the ball screen or roll. He drops it inside out, foul on the plate. And Subotic took one for the team. Julius relieves the pressure, pulls the trigger for 3, is short. Defensive rebound falls to Simmons, who pushes. Jones and Zimmerman will hit the second side and looks to screen for Fraser. Fraser there has the mismatch. Galdikas is going to foul, and everyone in the gym. And there you've got to say, if you're Galdikas there, you've just got to take the bigger picture. Don't pull the foul. Expect your teammates to help you and stay in the game. Andre Williamson checks in. Galdikas sits. Fraser. Simmons curls and comes back. Drops it inside. Subotic has it. Takes the turnaround for 2. Is no good. And Zimmerman fouls on the glass. Slavinskas felt one of those slaps to the face, it looked like. There you go. Avicius, hand-off weave, gets it back, puts it on the floor, draws contact, and Zimmerman is becoming like Galdikas. Where there's a whistle, there's a Zimmerman. Picks up the personal. And that He's going to start to restrict his minutes. Well, they put it down to Simmons. I don't think that was the case. Vicious for three is good. The whole defense got dragged below the foul line. Olivicius lifted. And now it's a 14-point game. Dangerous time here. Simmons answers with the two. Neptunas could break this game right open right now. Bonn have to play defense. Williams puts it on the floor. Zimmerman stays clean on that time. Williamson's deep, wants it, gets it on the inside. Foul line jump shot is no good. Fraser. Zimmerman will hit the seconds. He wanted on the inside. Subotic goes down low. There shows in the baseline. That's going to be offensive. The Subotic may well question it, but position there was offering him the baseline, so it was clear where he was. And he just barrels into him. 12-point lead for the home club. Olivicius. High post for Olivicius with the little floater from the shoulder. 14 points personal. He really has been consistent in the last few weeks. Fraser got to find a way to change the rhythm. Simmons with the three is short. Zimmerman does a great job on the glass, can't hold on. Jones can't get the putback. Williamson comes down with the ball. Olivicius at speed, gets in the lane and kicks wide open. Julius for three is no good. And they really were looking for the dagger on that one. Still only halfway through the third though, there's an eternity left in the game. Fraser gets to the far side of the ring, gets the two. And they have exploited that penetration as much as any other way to score. Olivicius. Williamson gets inside. Olivicius on the glass, no good. Subotic comes down with it. Chance to run as Fraser has it, kicks it ahead. Simmons goes inside to Zimmerman, nice hands. Did well to hang on. Soft hands on the finish too. And Bonn back to 10. Great hands again. 4-on-2 break, just have to find the open man. And they have turned the ball over 4-on-2 with momentum. Brown's going to come back. Zimmerman will sit, or Subotic will sit. And they really dodged the bullet here, Neptunas. There's no way Zimmerman's hanging on to that one. Gitas Masiulis checks in. Olivicius sits. 10-point lead from Neptunas. Julius outside. We'll find Williamson, who hits the second side. Slavinskas goes inside out, gets it back. Draws the help and kicks. The open three is short. And they scramble it away. Fraser has it again. Again, they go to the far side of the ring, off the glass for two, it's good. And again, they find a way to get to the backboard on the far side of the ring and close it to an 8-point game. Fraser with the nice finish. Neptunas have to take the timeout. And a chance to make this a 20.
universiteto Neptunas žaidėjams. Na dabar žaidėjas išmestis kamuoliukus ir juos pagavę žmonės yra kviečiami sužaisti greito žaidimo po trečiojo kėlinio. Žaidimo dalyviai galės išbandyti jėgas metant labirinės, nes prizas išties įspūdingas. Automobilis Toyota Yaris, kurį įsteigė uždarąją bendrovę Samarina. Žaidimo dalyviai pataikė labirinės, pateks į žaidimo finalą.
Back live after the timeout. Yes, waits for the flyby, gets the easy two. Stay on the floor, play some defense, work your way back into it. No shortcuts to getting back into this for Bonn. Simmons. Brown will reverse, looks to go to post. Fraser in the lane, kicks, extra pass, wide open. And they miss the open three. Can't get it to drop. Neptunas trying to get some more space and re-establish that double-digit lead. Gillis is fouled as McKinney Jones closed out. Gillius is tougher than taking a rest with just a contact blow. Will pick himself up, especially when there's free throws in the offing. Chance to make this a 12-point game as McKinney Jones sits. Will go 2 for 2 from the line. He's going to get a moment to recompose himself. And Sinikurskis checks in. Fraser sits. Lawrence checks in and immediately takes over at the point. Got to keep working their way back in. Oh, they get the little back cut. Simmons for three. Got it. Great awareness for Lawrence. Really, if he'd have caught it cleanly, you'd have thought would have laid it up, but somehow wrapped the pass around. Simmons gets it, knocks it down for three. Oh, too easy. Williamson down the middle. Strong move, but no help. Lawrence will take the ball screen, turns it down, lines up the three, is short. Brown knocks it around, can't, it has to be a travel, surely. Well, Masiulis looked like he rolled on the floor before he was fouled by Brown, but Brown picks up foul number 2. And they walk the floor for more free throws for Neptunas. Makes the second, and Neptunas have the 12-point lead. Lawrence has it. A lot of confused players tonight. Maybe they're always confused with referees' calls. Probably means the referee's right. Chabot moves the basketball on. Lawrence. Again, penetrates, turns it over, just about recovered. That'll be a 24 violation. Neptunas desperately hanging on to their chances to play playoff basketball in the Basketball Champions League. Oh, nice hands. Charbot again with real quickness. This is just buried from deep, quick release. Gurlius is the man that's going to put it up early. Back out to a 15-point lead. And Gurlius has 20 personal. Brown will come off the stagger, will hand off. Doesn't really give Lawrence much of an advantage. Gets Simmons on the curl. Almost played for the foul. Williamson gives it up. And they run the floor so well. Timeout. Masiulis breaks down the floor, gets the two. And since Goldikas has gone out, they haven't really missed a beat. So there wasn't a timeout called, it doesn't appear. Even the dancers have to get off quickly. Bit of a false alarm for the performers.
Listen, put it 37-24. 37-24. Okay? 37. 137-24. Okay?
Well, whatever the confusion was, it's all been sorted out now. What's not confusing is Neptunas have taken control of this game. On have it on the baseline. And Lawrence has it. They have to start eating into this lead right now. 17 down. Charbot, everything stands still here. That's the problem. The ball gets moved and then sticks. Charbot attacks the far side of the ring, and again they get productivity off that penetration. They need every single thing going their way right now, Bonn. A traveling contingent. Not seeing a win at the moment. Charbot on the free throw line, 5 personal so far. 2 from 2 from the line though. Any small chink of light at the end of the tunnel. Zone trap. They beat it, but already down to 16 on the clock. So they showed a 3-2 zone. Just going to challenge Neptunas to shoot the basketball. Off the glass for 2. Super penetration by Janovicius. Just sliced through the defense. They wrap it into Brown. Goes up with a right hand hook. Doesn't get the drop. And he's having one of those nights he will not want to remember. Chance to make this a 20-point lead on this 3, and they do. Matas Jogela strokes the three, and we have a 20-point game. And in a group as congested as this for last qualification places, points difference could be crucial. Don't forget, in the tie earlier on in the regular season, Bonn had a 12-point win over Neptunas. So Neptunas' first objective right now, as well as winning the game, is to try and win the game by more than 12. Wide open three for Simmons, and they had to come out of the timeout firing. And Simmons does. Just get some positive going into the quarter break. Jogela tries to answer but doesn't. And Bonn with the three at the end of the third. Just see some light at the end of the tunnel. After three, Neptunas dominant, 67-50. Telekom Baskets Bonn will not lay down. 57 and 47% again. We can get very complicated about what is happening and not happening in the game. But at the end of the day, Neptunas just shooting a better percentage. Both teams running good offense. Both teams getting open looks. But you've got to say, Bonn have missed more than Neptunas. As simple as that. Both have had good looks. If there's one thing that Bonn have to do, they have to get down and play defense. They have to take Neptunas out of the offensive rhythm they're in. Whether that's with the zone or whether that's being just a little more physical, it's got to be slightly different than we've seen so far. Otherwise, Neptunas will just roll through this one to get the absolutely crucial win. Here we go then. Start of quarter four. Neptunas almost over the line with this crucial win. Bonn aren't done yet. Elevicius down low, tries to back in. Over for the three early is no good. Brown with a rebound, chance to run. Lawrence has. Needs options down the floor. Gets it back. Drops it inside. Brown goes with a hook. Poor shot. Gilius to the glass, and Brown fouls him late. Again, says it's all ball, but there's a contact, there's contact. Hand across the wrist. I think Brown not convinced, but he sits. Third foul for him. Julius on the free throw line. Makes the first. Wants to make this a 19-point game. At some point, Bonn are going to get a run. But, is it going to be a big enough run? Is it going to be early enough? That run needs to happen now. Lawrence has been quiet points-wise. Oh, nice touch pass, but great defensive reactions. Julius leads the break, but turns it straight back over. And a reaching foul. And Julius gets a second bang. He turned into that anyway. Lawrence, Ricky Lawrence with it into the half court. But it goes up with a right hand jump hook, is no good. Blocking foul. Chebo is charged with the personal. It's got to start at the defensive end for Bonn. They can't trade, obviously, but they need to find ways to get stops. And with 8:23 in the game to go in the game, they need them right now. Olivicius gets to the lane and kicks. The open three is a bit flat. And there's a whistle on the play. Subotic draws the foul. Fraser. A little off the staggered screen. Has a look at his options. Has a mismatch, but then passes it out of the mismatch. They go to the corner. Little ball fake for two is good. And this check again, fundamentally sound. Vicious is fouled. Subotic, no real reason to foul on that one. Vicious to the corner, inside. They're going to wipe that off because he traveled. Lawrence trying to find a spark from somewhere. Got to be a bit quicker than this too. Lawrence has it back. Sorry, this is Fraser. Steps back, drops it inside. Whistle on the play. And Avicius outgunned in the post. Chooses to foul. And one, and that's exactly what they needed. Turns the corner really well. McKinney Jones goes to the free throw line. Start of a long road back, but plenty of time here. 7:18 to go. But they have to be perfect for those 7 minutes and 18 seconds. Gelius picks up the foul. Well, Dekas is back. Almost a intake of breath. The crowd just love his effort. McKinney Jones to make this a 14-point game, which he does. Well, Bonn have been involved in a number of close finishes this year. Looks like they're going to have another one if they're going to win this one. Levis just puts it on the floor. Julius goes inside. Goldikas spins to the baseline. And if you're going to reach, you're going to foul. Sabotic picks up the personal. And that will put Bonn into the penalty. Both teams in the penalty early in the fourth. There was 7 minutes to go, both teams. This could be decided on the free throw line. Inavicius takes the ball screen. Goldikas dives. Steps back to the three, is short. But they get the stop. Bonn looking to close on the 14-point margin. Fraser thinks about it, looks to attack Goldikas. And why wouldn't you? As Neptunas persist in switching him. And here's the first of what will probably be many, many free throws. Chance to make this a 12-point game for Bonn. Their turn to get some momentum in the fourth quarter. Cut. Make that still 4 points personal. Inside, outside, Julius with a three, got it. And Janavicius just understands the role. He was open with the leading scorer. The best percentage from the three-point line. He's standing outside him. He just moves it on. Back out to 16. Julius with the three. Fraser tries to answer with a deep three, just settled for it. Is short from the three-point line, but they hunt it down. Inavicius having one of those games where he's across the stat line. Turns the corner, gets in the lane, kicks wide open. Inavicius for three and just drains it deep on the shot clock. And that's a 19-point lead for Neptunas. Backs firmly against the wall, needing to win. That's a huge win. If they get it, there's still time, but they are at the bottom of the mountain, and it's a very, very long way up. Simmons with 14, Subotic with 11. He started for the first 7 points for Bonn. Jones with 9. And that's the trouble you face with if you're Bonn. When Neptunas get into this situation, they can go deep into the shot clock, and they've got 4 guys on the floor who can just fill it up from deep. If Goldikas is on the side, you've got to honor him. But everyone else on the floor can shoot, does shoot the basketball, and shoots the basketball really, really well. But it's got to be stops right now. Bonn, after the timeout, need to get something and need to get it now. Little lob to the inside. Lishchuk waits, goes up with a hook, gets the two. Straight to the gut of the defense, and they will not lie down. Still in prime position in the group for qualification. A win here would have guaranteed it. Olivicius moves it on. Again, Olivicius attacks the closeout. Off the glass for two. And they're going to call the offensive foul on Gordikas. It's one of those. How does Gordikas in that situation pick up a foul? Olivicius is on the drive. He has beaten the defender there. And Gordikas almost gets pushed into the screen. Full foul for him. I think they've counted the shot. They called the foul after the release. Yep, somehow they've manufactured a call there that sends Shabu to the free throw line. He goes 2 for 2. .17 game, just under 5 to go. Well, you've seen crazier things happen in this game. They need stops and scores, and they need them in a hurry. Olivicius moves it on. They try to go inside. There's the first stop. Fraser in transition drops it off to Simmons for three, who just pulled out of the shot. No issue with trying to get Simmons open on a spot-up jumper for three, but finish the shot properly. Move to the inside and foul. Again, they're getting to the far side of the ring. This time it's Neptunas. Just 16 points personal. He's having a game. When they needed him to step up at the point, he really has. And Neptunas go back to 19. Now you're talking about head-to-heads, because that could be crucial in this group. Double can't get the three to drop. Great work on the glass. Lishchuk gets it. Fraser thinks about the three, goes behind the back and spins off the glass. Hits nothing. Big time rebound by Masiulis. Olivicius, the upsy-doopsy layup goes off. Olivicius for three, just fills it up and stands and poses at the three-point line. 82-60. 22 points personal for Olivicius. So he needs a pass. Manufactures one and finds one, gets it back. A lot of dribble. Now they get the open look. Fraser with a three is no good, and Neptunas look long. Joe Geller on the breakaway dunk. And Neptunas now, to all intents and purposes, in terms of the win, almost home and dry. Penetration to the baseline is good for two. Chavo gets it. In terms of the head-to-head, it's a different story. 12-point margin for Bonn in the corresponding fixture. So there's still 10 better than that. Neptunas with the basketball. Drops it inside. Whistle on the play. Fraser's going to be charged with a personal, so more free throws. Mauritius goes 2 for 2 from the line. Fraser, nice pass. Showell gets the 2. Kenny Jones on the flash. Neptunas all but home now. Last 2 minutes of the game. Just need to ensure they have the head-to-head, because in this group, there's 2 more games after this. Silas misses the first. Strokes the second. They can't get the Kenny Jones can't get the 3 to drop. The cheerleaders enjoying this one too. They also want to make it to the playoffs. So thinks about it, turns down the 3, 5 on the clock. Oh, nice pass. Easy throw down, and Masiulis doesn't disappoint. Out to 25. And Benafi checks in. And the youngsters getting some minutes in the game. Fraser. Oh, Subotic can't handle that. So Tadas Pazera has checked in. He has the basketball right now. 193 guard, whistle on the play. More free throws. Somewhere in the crowd, I'm sure. The Pazera family's proud as anything. Trogella from the free throw line. Takes it over to 90. Well, they're not giving anything away easily. Trogella comes up with the play. Neptunas. Is this the first of a 3-game run? Block looks a little clean, but body contact. Trogella again involved. Is this game 1 of a 3-game streak to finish off the season for Neptunas? It somehow drags them into the postseason. Well, the only way to find out and check out all the permutations is download the Basketball Champions League app. Access it from your normal source if you want to find out what Neptunas have to do to qualify for the playoffs. All that information will be there on the app. follow the latest announcements for every team. Nice find. The ball on the floor, attack the closeout. Far side of the ring is good for 2. And Silikurskis celebrates on his way back on defense. Fraser, little hesitation, gets inside. Everyone stops behind the back for 2. And Oliveira gets his first points. And you would think they're just going to walk this one out. You'd hope they're just going to walk this one out. No. Off the glass for 2 is no good. But who cares? The only thing this crowd care about is Neptunas have got the win. A win that keeps alive their chances of qualifying for the playoffs. They win this one 93-68. They also get the head-to-head over Telekom Baskets Bonn. And who knows how important that may or may not be come the end of the regular season in 2 games' time. 58 and 46% from 3. Neptunas really did shoot the ball well against 50 and 25. Julius and Dalta celebrate with the rest of the team. They have kept alive their chances of qualification to the playoffs. 27 assists for Neptunas. They really did share the ball. Julius had 25. Olivicius had 24, and Olivicius had 16. Really top, solid performance by those 3 and the whole of the Neptunas Klaipeda lineup. They thank the crowd. They know they still have a lot of work to do. They know they are still not the favorites to get into the playoff position. So, as the players thank the crowd, as the crowd celebrate, it's been another successful night for Neptunas Klaipeda at home. They are so difficult to beat in this arena. They keep alive their chances of qualification for the playoffs. They roll on to next week's game. But for now, we'll leave you with highlights of tonight's game, but from Klaipeda in Lithuania, with Neptunas getting the win. It's good night.
Tak,